Hello friends, in today's class we'll see about what is an isosceles triangle. A triangle in which two sides are of equal length is called a isosceles triangle. For example, I have a triangle x, y and z. The two sides ax and xz are of equal lengths. Such a triangle is called as an isosceles triangle. When both these sides are equal, then the base angles opposite to the equal sides are also equal. So this is one of the properties of isosceles triangle. That is, when these two sides are equal, then there will be a base, isn't it? The base side, the base angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay. Now, in an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. The base angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay. Now, let us find the value of x in this problem. It is given that one of the angle is 40 degrees and other you have to find, and this is an isosceles triangle. How do I know? This side is equal to this side. Okay. So, my value of x is 40 degrees because this is an isosceles triangle. The base angles are equal. Okay. Similarly, these two sides of a triangle are equal. I have been given one value as 45 and the other value as x. So, these two angles are only equal. I hope you get the base angles opposite to the sides. Okay, equal sides. So, these two angles are equal. So, if this is 45 degrees, this is also equal to 45 degrees. I know from the angle sum property of triangle that the sum of all the three sides is 180 degrees. So, if this is 45 degrees and if this is 45 degrees, then what is the value of x which adds up to 180 degrees? I have x equals to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. Therefore, x is equals to 90 degrees. So, here we have made use of two properties. One is the isosceles triangle property and the other one is the angle sum property of a triangle. I hope you understood how we solve this problem. Okay. Now we'll go to the next property of triangle. Sum of the lengths of two sides of a triangle. Okay. The sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. That is, if I take the sum of AB and AC, it will be greater than the third side. Only then you can form a triangle. Okay. Therefore, AB plus BC is greater than AC. This holds good for any two sides of a triangle. Okay. Now we will see a problem. Is it possible to have a triangle with the sides 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters? Now let me add two sides. 2 plus 3, is it greater than 5? No, it is equal to 5. Now let me take the other two sides. 3 plus 5, it is greater than 2. Yes. Now I'll take the other one. 5 plus 2 is greater than 3. The third side, isn't it? Now the first condition does not hold good. So a triangle is not possible. I hope you understood how we solve this problem. Okay. Now we'll go to the next topic, that is called as this topic is for the right angle triangles. Okay. So right angle triangles and Pythagoras property. Now let me draw a right angle triangle ABC. Now what do I mean by this right angle triangle? That this angle is 90 degrees. That is why the angle B here is 90 degrees. Hence we call it as a right angle triangle. Now the side opposite to the right angle is called the hypotenuse. Now if this is 90 degrees, then the side opposite to B, what is the side? AC, which is the longest side, is called the hypotenuse. Okay. What are the other two sides called? The other two sides are called the legs or the arms of the right angle triangle. You can call them as the legs or the arms of the right angle triangle. Okay. So in a right angle triangle, the square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares on the legs. Now this is the Pythagoras theorem. Okay. What does the Pythagoras theorem state? It says that AC squared is equals to AB squared plus BC squared. Okay, I hope you understood this. There are a lot of problems you will be getting based on this property. That is, the square of the length of this side AC is equal to sum of the squares of these two lengths. Okay, so keep this in mind. If the Pythagoras property holds good, the triangle must be right angled. That is, what does it state? The Pythagoras theorem holds good only in the case of right angled triangles, not in the other triangles. Now let us solve a problem using the Pythagoras theorem. That is, find the length x. We have been given the length of two sides 8 centimeter and 6 centimeter. We have been asked to find the length of x. We know the equation that x squared is equals to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So it is 8 squared plus 6 squared. The square of the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. So x squared is equals to, what is 8 squared? 64. What is 6 squared? 36. So 64 plus 36 is 100. X squared is equals to 100, or x is equals to 10 centimeter. Okay. Similarly, we will solve another problem. The two sides are given 8 centimeter and 15 centimeter, and we are asked to find the hypotenuse, which is the x. We know from the Pythagoras theorem that BC squared is equal to AB squared plus AC squared. Okay. So x squared is equals to, what is BC squared? It is x squared is equals to, what is AB? AB is 15 squared and AC is 8 squared. So 8 squared plus 15 squared. What is 8 squared? It is 64. 15 squared is 225. You can calculate and see. X squared is equals to 289. Then x is equals to 17. X is 7 because square of 17 is 289. So this is how we solve problems using the Pythagoras theorem. Thank you, friends.